All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Let's get another message to see what it is that y'all need to hear at the moment. As always, take what resonates and discard the motherfucking rest. So let's see what's happening in the energy, okay? All right, you don't need to worry about your future. That's coming out. All right. Threes, fives, twos. Threes, fives, and twos. Lots of threes. Lots of twos. Not so many fives, but threes and twos. So we're going to see what's going on, baby. What's happening here? We have the second house. All right. And the third house. Well, that makes sense. And we have Mars with Mercury. And Pisces, Libra, and Aquarius. Hey, don't be making a mess over there. I also got a new deck, and another deck is coming, so I'm excited. So anyways, let's tap the fuck in and see what we got going on, babes. Okay, so second house, assets, beauty, luxury. I'm getting comfort too, though. All right, maybe this is a comfort zone. We have Mars and Mercury. This is acting on your thoughts. Pisces. So you know what I was getting earlier is your intuition is guiding you to make some sort of correct choices here. Okay, bitch. These could be within yourself or with other people. We're going to get into it. Okay, listen here. The gang. Hello, everybody. What's going on? So we got the gang up in here. Y'all, never a fucking dull moment. Ooh, that's my armpit. Don't do that. Okay, anyways. Okay, can I concentrate? Let's see what's going on. Pisces energy. So your intuition. I need over here, babes. I need over here. Where is it? Where's my deck? Right here. Okay. Let's see what's happening. Okay. We're going to do it this way. We're going to work with it. Raina, get out of there. So we have contemplation. So you could be contemplating on something. That's that Pisces energy. Contemplating some sort of actions. Contemplating actions, okay? Oh, you don't need to play with that toy. Okay, give me a sec. I gotta go and... I already took her for a walk, but hold on. Okay, so she had to pick the noisiest toy. Anyway, we have contemplation, so you could be thinking about something. Or thinking about a lot. Okay? Mars, Mercury, Saturn showing up. Authority. Okay? We're thinking. We're contemplating something. Is this the right choice? Is this the right action? Or someone is contemplating. Okay? But I'm thinking that maybe you're contemplating, and that's why we got the twos, the choices, the direction, the actions. Threes, you're getting some sort of support in whatever actions these are. So you're thinking, what do I want to do here? All right? Intellectual lucidity. You're being flexible. Yeah, I feel like you're being flexible here. What's good for the long run? All right? What's good for me in the long run? You're being flexible here. Okay, so not so bad. Or someone's being flexible. Take it how it resonates, bitch, okay? You could be dealing with somebody who's a little bit more... They're being a little bit more flexible where they're, before it was a little bit like, man, give me some space here. Like, come on, wiggle room. I need some wiggle room. So let's see what's going on. Donkey Kong. One more. Okay, so alchemy and transformation. So you're alchemizing something or somebody is. And then we have justice. That was coming out a lot too, bitch. Justice around for everybody. Win-win, bitch. Win-win. I like it. So let's see. Let's fucking see. I'm going to use this. I'm excited. Love and marriage. Got together with a horse and carriage. Love and marriage. Okay. You guys, I am drinking my coffee. This is only my third one today. I need it. It's my Friday. Okay, let's see. Contemplation. What are we contemplating here? What are we thinking about? Second house. So those two might be tied. What's this? All right. Danger approaching. See, we're thinking. Is something dangerous? Am I going to get in a little bit of a tizzy here? Okay, so a sense of foreboding fills the air. Weighs on your mind. Okay, that's that Mercury in action. Like, what do I do here? Fuck, I feel something like danger. A lurking menace stalks you and keeps you alert. Okay, zombie. Our hidden fears resurface and past wounds reopen with doubt. If we don't face this together, these unresolved emotions will only grow stronger. So there's some sort of unresolved emotion. Maybe you're worried about some sort of danger. You're contemplating. It's always thinking like, ooh, someone's going to come out and get me. Like a monster under the bed. Breakthrough. But we're having a breakthrough. Okay, bitch. I like to see it. There's a breakthrough. Okay? This lingering, these old wounds. Okay? Or our hidden fears resurface. So this is like contemplating on some sort of hidden fear. But then we have breakthroughs. Okay? Pushing beyond your comfort zone. Bitch. Bitch, what did I say? Fuck, I don't fucking need these. Okay? Alright, breakthrough. So pushing beyond your comfort zone. That second house was giving comfort. It was Taurus energy. It was just giving me comfort. So there's something here about you pushing past your comfort zone, or someone is pushing past their comfort zone. Allowing yourself to be open and grow stronger through transparency. See, you're being transparent, or someone's being transparent with you. Contemplating on actions, okay? The sense of foreboding, for whatever it is. The sense of imminent danger, okay? That's your fears resurfacing, but then we have this breakthrough. So pushing past the comfort that your fears may bring, okay? And getting into the discomfort of, maybe having different types of thoughts, choosing a different thought. This is like giving some sort of comfort in repeated actions. Like you're always used to saying, like hearing the same thoughts, doing the same thing, having the same fears, and then doing the same actions. So it's like, okay, this time I'm going to be really confident in myself and I'm going to choose a different thought, and then therefore I'm going to get a different action. So I feel like that's what's going through. And you might even be transparent with somebody like, hey bitch, I got some insecurities up in here. I got some insecurities. So you could be being transparent with somebody. And you're like, wow, you're a lot more open-minded than I thought. Well, shit, I didn't have to go through all of that. So there is some sort of balance and justice. That's why we have this intellectual lucidity. I feel like you are choosing different thoughts, okay? Alchemy and transformation. You're alchemizing these fears, okay? These could even be fears about yourself, fears about partnerships, okay? Friends, family, am I making the right decision, bitch? You're always questioning yourself. So, intellectual lucidity. What's going on here? Oh, he snuck. Oh, Rayla saw him. Oh my goodness. Rayla, come here. What's this intellectual lucidity? What's going on? Okay, so no exit. Okay, small offering. See, views you as a temporary pleasantry, not a serious relationship. Can only do small favors, unable to give anything more, can only offer small gestures, minor tokens of affection. So this is, and then we have no exit. So trapped in a situation with no return or exit, experiences a perpetual return to the same situation. See, the same fears. Am I giving too much to somebody? Am I doing too much? Oh my God, I'm giving too much. I'm doing too much. Are they going to be able to give me back? There's transparency here. So there's a fear with over giving in any type of situation. This can be jobs, this can be friends, family, lovers, you know what I mean. Okay? Like trapped in an infinite loop with no escape. There is that infinite loop of being trapped in the same thinking patterns with the same fears, bringing some sort of level of comfort. You're comfortable making these decisions and making these actions because, bitch, you've been doing it your whole life. So what would it feel like if I were to be a little bit more confident in myself, choose a different thought, and then do a different action? That shit is uncomfortable. You got to be real okay with yourself, okay? Especially if you're pushing past insecurities. Okay, I'm going to have different thoughts about myself. Okay, I'm going to wear this to the gym instead of wearing my sweatpants to the gym. I'm going to try shorts. Honey, I'm going to try. This is just an example. I'm going to try shorts, okay? And then you got to go there. Maybe you got some sort of discomfort with showing your legs at the gym. I don't know. It's just an example, guys. Okay? But you want to get over some sort of fear or some sort of insecurity. So you're like, okay, I'm going to have a different thought of myself. I'm going to boost my confidence up. And I'm going to tell myself I look good. It's very uncomfortable because you haven't done it before. It's right there. Yeah. But, so you're like having different thoughts. It's like, okay, I'm going to boost myself up and I'm going to think a different thought and I'm going to be very comfortable with showing my legs at the gym, say, okay? Now you usually would put on the sweatpants, go to the gym, and then do it that way, right? But that's the same fear perpetuating the same action. So say you put on shorts and now you're taking an action, but you're doing a different action by going to the gym with shorts, and it's very uncomfortable. And you got to manage your mindset whilst doing it, okay, whilst with shorts on in the gym, because it's uncomfortable. You got to manage your mindset, or else your fears are going to creep in, and then you're going to abort mission. So there is something here about being lucid with your mind, being this mindset management while you're performing different actions and boosting yourself up instead of succumbing to the same fearful thoughts or patterns or loops that you've been in before. Okay? Now with this small favors or small offerings, okay? Like maybe these fears are just mere distractions, okay? Our connection deserved a lot more respect. I feel like you deserve a lot more respect, okay? I let myself and others treat it as insignificant. So I feel like you're treating something as insignificant, or this is how you're viewing yourself. You're giving yourself some sort of it's like small offerings within the mindset. You're offering small thoughts, right? To change and combat a fear. So instead of trying to do the whole thing or take on the whole thing at once, the whole fear at once, you're boosting yourself up with small thoughts at a time. Okay? Okay, so, and this is something that feels like it's never ending. You're always battling your mind, or something's never ending, okay? But you do have a breakthrough, pushing beyond your comfort zone and discovering new capabilities. Contemplation. You're thinking about something. A lurking menace. This is your fears as a lurking menace. It's perpetuating your actions somehow. Okay? It's almost because your nervous system feels comfort because it feels familiar. You've always told yourself you thought this way about yourself, and now it's uncomfortable to think differently about yourself and to do new actions and take new actions or believe differently about yourself. It is difficult, especially when we're dealing with deep-rooted fears and insecurities. In this endless loop. But we need to be able to be lucid with our mind. Catch the thoughts, recognize the thought. It's just a thought. I'm going to choose a different thought, 222-333. You got support. You got grace with this process. Okay, alchemy and transformation. So comparison. We could be comparing ourselves. Focus on your own path and stop seeking validation from external sources. Okay? And then we have money worship, self-interest, rules decisions, disregards fairness. So we have justice here. Values are for sale to the highest bidder. Money comes first. Ethical concerns come second. What is this? I want to commit to success. I want to achieve greatness and never look back. I need to release all distractions and fully commit to my ambitions. Okay, release all distractions. So the distraction here is comparison. Okay, what is good and what is bad? It's almost like we're comparing something. Okay, so say again with the shorts thing, all right? Maybe you have an insecurity wearing shorts to the gym. I'm just going to use this as an example, okay? But, so there's comparison here. Well, person A looks way better in shorts than I do, person B. Okay, there's a comparison. We're comparing well, that's what it should look like when I wear shorts to the gym, and I don't look like that, so I can't wear shorts to the gym. Or I can't feel comfortable in my own body because that is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, this is how your fears and insecurities can show up in the most subtle of fucking ways. It doesn't have to scream obvious like that, okay? So there is some sort of comparison going on. Okay, what is pretty? What is beauty? What is normal per se? Okay, so there is something here about comparing something. Excuses are not acknowledging our differences excuses for not acknowledging our differences held us back. So acknowledging your differences are what makes you beautiful, right? The gap starts with honesty about what sets us apart. Okay, so there's that transparency and honesty. Okay? Being honest and transparent. This could even be with yourself, all right? Bridging the gap starts with honesty. So being honest with ourselves and calling out our fears, really, okay? Focusing on our own path, right? And comparison with others or comparison with other things distracts you from your own path. Inequality in resources creates tension. So this is what's creating the tension, okay, is the comparison about what is good. Especially like with other people. You know how they say like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You feel me? There's that type of thing. So what's ugly to you could be beautiful to somebody else. So there is a lot of like breakthroughs happening with things that you always used to do, but the things you always used to do were rooted in fear and insecurity. So this is opening up a whole new timeline for you of like comfort and stress-free living, because you're not always worried about, you know, these sneaky insecurities. Like say you never go outside with no makeup on, or for the dudes, like maybe you never go outside with a hat, your hat off or some shit. You know, there's like little things like this that are popping up right now that are being released. Okay? So yeah, you know, I like it. It's a good way to be. It's a good way to be. So there's breakthroughs happening and you're getting intuitive hits on the correct choices to make. 222. All right. So let's get a little more info with this breakthrough. Like, and you almost feel like you're in danger. It's bringing up some sort of nervous system reaction, because if you're insecure, all of a sudden your like nervous system lights up and you're like all of a sudden in survival mode, because you're getting a little insecure, and then it's like survival mode and then hypervigilance. Like, what do they think of me, or are they looking? And there's that comparison. Like, do they feel like it's so subtle sometimes. You don't even recognize or realize that it's creeping up on you, bitch, until it's up in the forefront. And then you're like, damn, I'm having a whole full-blown panic attack in the gym and now I gotta go home. You know, that type of shit. So, danger approaching, right? There's a breakthrough happening. Pushing beyond your comfort zone. See, thirst for wisdom and seeking the truth wherever you know they are. So we're seeking the truth. What is true about this fear? What is true about this thinking and the way I'm behaving and acting? Okay, where is this coming from? Is it coming from comparison? Am I comparing the now moment to a past moment? What is happening here for real? You're spending a lot more time, you know, it is giving Mercury retrograde, or we're in the shadow period. Okay, I think Saturn's also going retrograde this month. And one other, I think, is it Neptune? You know, there's a couple retrogrades happening, bitch. So this is the reflect and review. Contemplate. Seeking the truth. Yeah, vampire. Okay, so this is what makes you aware of something that's draining your life force, draining you. Okay? This fear and worry and like caring about and wondering whatever anybody else thinks. Like say you got a partner, okay? Say you got a partner and you're insecure about something on your body, but that partner fucking loves that shit. So there, you know, and you're these insecurities are coming up. Okay? They're coming up for contemplation. Okay? Are you comparing? Were you compared to in the past? Are you bringing past into the... You know, there's a lot of thinking and analyzing. It's given the Hermit, Virgo energy. Okay? And then to think differently. That's getting out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're so used to and comfortable with living in your own insecurities that it's definitely more... Like, then you have to be vulnerable. When you open up and you're trying to choose different thoughts about yourself and choose different actions and move differently, it's very uncomfortable in the beginning because you're learning how to rewire your brain and rewire your thinking and choose different actions. It's an uncomfortable feeling. You're so used to staying in a certain state in your nervous system that being vulnerable and transparent and opening up to a new way of thinking about yourself, it's very, you know, it's like, ugh, I don't like that. I don't like that, you know? So maybe you do it in a little bits at a time. You open up and you're like, okay, I'm going to be comfortable. Like the gym. Maybe you go to the gym for half an hour with shorts on. Then you're like, all right, that's enough. Okay, then the next, you know, day or week or whatever, you go to the gym and you spend an hour with your shorts on. And you're like, hey, all right, this is all right. You know, you feel? Okay? And then we have mentor. So passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So I feel like Spirit, with the getting intuitive hits of the correct choices to make, you're passing on some sort of wisdom, or your intuition. Your higher self is passing on wisdom. See? Warrior. strength, skill, and discipline, and toughness of will. Heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrificing, conquering the ego. The ego is saying that there's danger. There's danger, insecurity, danger, right? So these insecurities, you're contemplating on them. Okay, do I really need to worry about this? Am I actually in any danger? Or is this just a fear coming up from an insecurity of the past that I'm trying to resolve and trying to reflect on? Okay, is there actually any danger here? Right? Am I giving too much? Am I doing too much? There's that fear. So what's this comparison here? So we're conquering the ego. Okay, so we have God coming out. All right, benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. So, and then victim. Okay, we're not letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others, right? Recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. We are all different and unique, and this is what makes us us, right? So the whole comparison, that's why, the 3D world, in the beauty industry and this and that, and there's so much like crap out there about what people should look like and what people should act like and all of this crap that it kind of fucks with your brain, especially when you're growing up in that type of shit. It's changing slowly now, but for my, 90s, 80s babies, you feel me, and maybe 2000s, early 2000s, there was a lot of like dogma and structure and, things like this, even in the 40s and stuff, when they invented the razor for like ladies. I'm just going to say something. Like hair on ladies. I'm going to just say it. Ladies must shave. I have no problem doing that, but honey, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. And then all of a sudden you don't want it anymore. And it's like, well, you're looking out weird. And then you have to get over that hump and that insecurity. So I don't know if some of you guys, some ladies out there, just like, you're going to go full French mode. That's okay with me. But that came up. So, when did they invent the razor? Because the sales were going down for men because beards became a trend. So things like this, okay? And it's all about getting the money, okay? So what is good and what is bad? I don't know. So you're overcoming insecurities and you're having these breakthrough moments and getting comfortable in the uncomfortable and changing your thought patterns so you can create new actions, healthier actions, not only for yourself, but for other people as well. Okay. So what do we got over here with the seeking the truth, contemplating, okay? Getting out of the comfort zone and this imminent danger approaching. This could be the Nine of Swords type energy, the Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, okay? All up in your head, worried about stuff like, if I do this and if I do that, like, ooh, hey. Or just like maybe someone you really care about. Like, are they going to like this? Say you have like, I don't know, I'm just going to use a stupid example. But say you stop shaving your legs and your armpits, and if you're a lady and you're dating someone, it's like, fuck, are they going to like it? I don't know if they're going to like it and this and that. And then you be vulnerable with them and it turns out they don't give a fuck, you see? But there's that imminent danger approaching. Afraid to have the conversation with your partner saying, I don't want to shave my legs anymore. Now, I'm just using that example. I'm not saying that's me. I know, I'm just saying. Honey, I'm not saying that's you either. I'm just saying. It's an example, okay? So here we go. What's the seeker? I hear you guys laughing. Listen, that's the example they gave me. So it's the most easiest yeah. So here we have the Queen of Cups. There's the intuition. And then the Page of Pentacles and Justice. Okay, so the fairness here. I gotta see what's with the Justice. I forgot about you. I'm gonna put you over there. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep it in here. But offering, Page of Pentacles is offering something of significance. It's like offering, it's giving the action, right? It's almost action orientated, even though pages are messengers or it's like it's something new. You're doing something new. Raina, leave it. Here. Need a toy? Go get it. Oh, I threw it. Go get it. Anyway, you're offering up something new. And then we have this dragonfly here. And the dragonfly is the masters of illusions of the mind, okay? So your intuition. Queen of Cups, bringing more love into the situation. Bringing more compassion into the situation. Also, your intuition is giving you hints of the correct choices to make. These breakthroughs, these contemplative moments. So this mentor energy. And then we have the Two of Cups. Okay. So the Two of Cups is here. Trapped in a situation with no exit. Intellectual lucidity. Mentor. Passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Again, this could have to do with relationships with other people. Say that you usually smoke some marijuanas, okay? And then you have all your group friends smoke marijuana. And you're like, I don't want to smoke marijuana. And you stop, and then it's like, well, maybe. And there's a fear there, impending danger. If I tell them I don't want to do this, am I going to get ditched? And then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to just be vulnerable and transparent and say, hey, I don't want to do it. Raina, you're not supposed to have that. Okay, so then there's this fear that if I go and tell them, am I going to get ditched? They're not going to want to hang out. Then all of a sudden, it creates a different action. So you go and you be transparent. So this is all about being transparent with other people, being transparent with yourself. Okay? And being okay with the outcome. Being okay with being different. All right? So what's the mentor then? I just saw the Eight of Wands. So how's the aspect of communication? So we have the Death card. There we go. A transformation. Transformation and alchemy. Okay? And a change. Raina, leave it. Raina, leave it. So a change here, right? Instead of repeating the same old cycle. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, which going around like a hamster wheel. And then we have this guy just going around the same block like a hamster wheel. It says here, experiences a perpetual return of the same situations. The same situation, giving the same result over and over and over and over and over again, right? Okay? Like if you never speak up for yourself, or you allow your fears to dictate your actions, you're just going to be doing the same thing over and over, and then you never end up getting comfortable with yourself, or you never end up healing the thing that you intended to heal. Okay, say you're working on your self-love journey, but you have all these insecurities, and then we don't want to sit in the discomfort. So instead of going to the gym with our shorts on, we're just going to leave our sweatpants on, because it's easier that way. It's easier that way. But you're practicing some sort of self-love and self-healing, and you got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to be okay with people exploring you. Like when we say exploring you, okay? You got to give people a chance to explore you the way they want to explore you. Take it how you may. When you go to the gym with shorts on, you're going to have some eyes, right? People are going to be looking, whether or not they're looking, who knows? Who cares, right? But that is a way of somebody exploring you, okay? Things like this, okay? You got to give people a chance to be able to explore you without feeling like insecure about something. Or allowing your fears to not even give them the option to explore you at all. Okay? Two of Cups. This could have to be in relationships. Two of Cups and the Two of Swords. Like you're not sure about something, but that's the whole point of being in this discomfort. So you can break the cycle of doing the same things, thinking the same things, getting the same results with your partner. Say you want to do something new in the bedroom, honey. I don't fucking know. Listen. Okay, but you have these deep-rooted fears and insecurities. You're like, I don't fucking know, man. I don't want to. But you got to be uncomfortable, and you got to be okay and comfortable with yourself to be able to try new experiences, okay? So there's a lot of, like, examples coming through. So alchemy and transformation. So here's the transformation with this mentor energy. And then what do we got over here? So comparison. Here we go with the Hermit. I felt it earlier. We're introspective, okay? What is it that we're creating in our own reality? Okay? Are we perpetuating the fears? Okay, if we thinking that everybody's going to judge us, right? Our thoughts are really never our own. They branch out, and then, people will pick up on that, and then your biggest fears ends up becoming the self-fulfilling prophecy. So here's the contemplation with the comparison. We're transforming some sort of comparison type vibe. And then we have benevolence and compassion. Queen of Cups, compassion. Searching for the truth. What is the truth? Am I comparing something? Am I taking somebody else's, what is that? Like if you were to say that somebody is judging you right off the bat, you're taking their pretty much their choice away, right? So if you think that you're going to go and approach to somebody and you're like thinking right away that they're going to judge you because of your fears and insecurities and this danger that's not actually a danger. So someone approaches you and you immediately think that they're going to judge you. Therefore, it influences your behaviors and actions. You took the choice away from somebody to come and give you how they really feel. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm hoping that makes sense, right? So you're no longer taking away other people's own choices of you, like own perspectives of you, okay? Allowing them to make the decision instead of you making the decision for you because, or for them because of your insecurities, okay? Like, say you're very comfortable with hairy legs. I don't know why it's coming through, bitch, but it is. Say you're really comfortable with it, honey. But then you feel like somebody gonna judge you for it. And and secretly they love it, bitch. They love it, okay? But you're already taking away their choice because you were gonna grow your legs out, your leg hair out, and you're like, hey, fuck it. I'm not gonna do it because I think they're gonna judge me. Therefore, you took that choice away from them, you know? And then you never found out that they actually like hairy legs. So there's shit like that, okay? There's something like that. That's the best way I can put it, bitch. I don't know. Spirit says, I talk, okay? So there's introspection here. You can't compare yourself and what other people like to the main media, the mainstream shit. Like what is normal and what's not normal, and like what is good looking and what is not good looking. You feel me? So you're getting rid of these insecurities by making different thoughts, you know, stopping the comparison, making different choices, allowing experiences to show you and to make a choice for itself or themselves, okay? And then taking it from there. Being comfortable in the uncomfortable movements. Damn, what a read. Okay, what's this justice, though? Then we got justice. Okay, so healer. So ability to help transform pain into healing. And then we have judge, which is holding a justice, okay? Right here. So balancing justice and compassion, see? Benevolence and compassion, recognizing the internal force within yourself and others. Balancing compassion. Queen of Cups. Searching for the truth. Balancing compassion. Showing yourself compassion and showing other people compassion. Letting them make their own decisions, their own choices, and allowing them to have their own perspectives of you without trying to manipulate the situation. Due to insecurities and fears and these impending dangers, due to deep-rooted and deep-seated fears from your past, right? This is all about what the healing journey is about, right? So some of you guys might be stuck on these, like, you know, certain thought patterns, but you're getting intuitive downloads of the correct choices to make. So let's see. Baby. Oh, shit. So a lucky change. There we go. Something you will really enjoy. So there's a lucky change coming through. Okay. A lucky change. We like to see it. You know, we like to see it. Oh. So, oh, God. Wow, what's this? Not offering a rebuttal. See, you don't always need to. This could be even in your own mind. Don't offer yourself a rebuttal. Okay? They only seek to misunderstand. So your ego is only seeking to misunderstand what you're doing differently. You feel me? You're like, no, ego, I'm going to be comfortable with doing this. And then your ego wants to offer a rebuttal. Well, what if danger, what if danger? What if they don't like it and they leave? What if danger, abandonment wound, this, that, you know, all that shit. Don't offer a rebuttal. So there's something here about ignoring the little rebuttal remarks in your own head. Okay? Unable to meet you at your level. All right. Okay? So something's unable to meet you at your own level. So outlasting someone's mask. Okay, all right. What's going on here now? What do we got going on here? I got to read in between the lines I just heard. Okay, so outlasting the mask. Okay, so the ego could be trying to mask something. And through time and persistence, you can and consistency, you can outlast the mask that your ego is trying to place upon a situation or yourself. Okay? So, yeah, we're going to just keep going and see what's going on there. Oh, shit. So, need a nap. Okay. Spirit, what the fuck? Need a nap? Okay, sometimes you just need a nap. Can we not? Thank you. Sometimes, you just need a nap. All right? I don't know. Need a nap. Okay? Shut off the brain for a second. It's like a reset. You need a reset. Sometimes you just change your perception of past hurts to alchemize and heal them. That's what I'm talking about. Changing your perception of past hurts. So this is where the insecurities come up. Okay? What's this? So this is from having to navigate difficult family dynamics. This is why. You had to navigate maybe you grew up with narcissistic parents, okay? Narcissistic and abusive boyfriends, girlfriends. All right? Your friends never, like you were always I don't know. There was a difficult family dynamic that you had to navigate, which caused, some insecurities. So let's see. Oh yeah. And that mentor with the hermit is given. It's given. So this whole hamster wheel that's going on in your head, there's no exit. No exit. You got to be lucid with it. Okay. So lucky change. What's this lucky change? We got a lucky change happening. Okay, 5 of Wands. So this conflict that's going on in your head. This giving a little bit of comparison vibes. It's not the 5 of Swords, but, we have the 5 of Wands, which is competition and a little bit of comparison, okay? And then we have the 4 of Swords, taking a nap, taking a break, and then here's the breakthrough. So the breakthrough happens when we meditate a bit, when we're chilling, meditating, contemplating, okay? When we're seeking the truth in a situation, that's when the wisdom hits. That's when your intuition can speak. Okay? Laying it to rest. Finito. There's a breakthrough. So here's the breakthrough over here. Thirst for wisdom and truth, compassion. So how to combat chaos and drama. This is giving chaos, like a chaotic nervous system, or you're so used to chaos because of a difficult family dynamic that your nervous system is like pre-programmed to have chaotic, always looking for danger. There's that hypervigilance, okay? Always wondering what the next person thinks and stuff like this. Influencing our actions and how we behave. So, not offering a rebuttal, so it only seeks to misunderstand. There's the ego. So the Queen of Pentacles. This is like, I'm getting a lot of body confidence, like body positive, body confidence, things like this, okay? Queen of Pentacles, you think Pentacles is the physical. All right, and then we have the 2 of Swords, blocking it out, having the strength to block something out, okay? And the 2 of Swords can be a very conflicting card. It can be like one of afraid to make a decision, okay? Not knowing which decision to make, not being able to see anything to be able to make a decision, having to rely on your intuition, instinct, okay? It's a very uncertain, unsure card, okay? So this rebuttal that your ego is trying to do is making you uncertain and making you misunderstand things. Therefore, it's affecting your actions. This could be actions within the workplace, friend dynamics, relationships, whatever it is. It's influencing your actions or how you move about in the world. Okay. And you think the 5 of Wands is ego as well. It's Leo energy. It could be a little bit of a pride type thing. So, unable to meet you at your level. What is this? So we have justice at the bottom here. Okay, so and then we have justice and healer. Okay? Serve others by repairing the mind, body, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. So I did see justice there. So balancing compassion. Here we go. Queen of Wands, body positive. Queen of Wands, this is confidence. Okay, and then we have the 10 of Pentacles. So having to deal with difficult family dynamics. They're unable to meet you at your level. Okay, so this could have to do with family. And this is confidence, okay? Someone almost like wanting to bring you down a size or always throughout your whole life wanting, because they weren't able to meet you at your level. And your level, you could have been very confident, and then people were picking at your confidence and everything as you grew up. So you ended up having all these insecurities and stuff like that, or, something like this. Something to do with your confidence here. Your radiance, your glow, your shine. What is unable? What is unable? Okay, well, we have the 6 of Wands, and then here's the 5 of Cups. So this is success. It's giving, with the Queen of Wands and the 6 of Wands, it's giving star of the show. Okay, it's all eyes on you type shit. So there we go with the picking apart of the confidence, the comparison vibes, the, you know, things like this. Your family, you could have grown up with a very jealous or insecure family, and you were naturally the star of the show. You were naturally outshining everything. So, you know, there was a lot of like, and then you started to believe things about yourself, and then comparison is going on here. So there's a level of success that people can't meet you at. All right? And then you're outlasting someone's mask. But I want to kind of stick to the mindset thing. Okay? What's this outlast someone's mask? This could be the ego's mask. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. And the Ten of Cups. Family dynamic. Okay, well, there's a family dynamic here that's going on. Knight of Wands is very creative. It's also very flighty. Okay, this is quick. So you're almost coming in as the Knight of Pentacles, and then we have the Knight of Wands. So outlasting, the Knight of Pentacles outlast the Knight of Wands. This is a very hasty, it burns, it fizzles out very quick. So the ego could be fizzling out rather quickly. You know how they say cravings, 3 minutes? Something like this. Give it 3 minutes. That's why you need a nap. There's like a reset happening with your ego. Don't offer a rebuttal in your own head to your ego, because then you're arguing with yourself. You're arguing with yourself. But this lucky change, there is a breakthrough happening. You're going to be putting pieces together. Okay? But this has to do with family dynamics, okay? Maybe there was a mask you had to wear because you grew up in a difficult family dynamic. Right? And now, you know, this ego, this mask, okay, that's not truly you, because you had to grow up in a difficult family dynamic. This mask you had to wear, okay? You're outshining the mask now. Like, you're gonna be stepping outside of the mask, and that mask is gonna be too small for you. It's like a collar, and if a dog grows and the collar is like it's gonna grow into its neck. It can't, right? So unable to meet you at your level, that mask, you're gaining too much success, the mask has to go. So it's like now you're getting more truths about yourself. You have to be a little bit more confident. You're stepping into a new level of success. Okay? So your ego, there's going to be a lot of insecurities coming up because you're stepping into manifestations, or you're stepping into some sort of success, right? So need a nap. This is like a mental reset. What's going on? Nine of Pentacles. See, and then we have all these illusions here. So to reset, maybe you just need to take a break. Okay? She's got a tablet here. She's drinking some tea. She's got a little charcuterie board here. You know? She's pampering. This is self-care. Okay? A mental reset with the Seven of Cups, and then we have the Three of Wands, and then we have the Moon. So there's the distortion here, over here, with this danger that's approaching. You sit there and you think too much. Daydreaming. And what's to come? This moon is distorting. So sometimes you just need to sit back and do a little bit of a self-care routine to reset the mind. Whether that's listening to jazz. Okay, I was listening to jazz all day today. Taking a bath. Taking a halt for a second. Just halt when you notice yourself getting in that little hamster wheel of thoughts. Okay? And the mask starts to appear, and the insecurities start to appear, and the worries and the doubts and the I need to control the situation. When that starts to appear, reset. Go and do some self-care something. Reset. Okay, and then come back to it. Don't offer the rebuttal, because if you offer the rebuttal, you're going to end up in this little hamster wheel. Okay, we need to be intellectually lucid. Like being able to free flow with it. And not attach an emotion to it. Because once we start attaching emotions to the thoughts that we're having, that's when you start manifesting and self-fulfilling prophecies, okay? So pause, remove, come back. So change your perception of past hurts to alchemize them. So compassion. Adding compassion to the situation. Okay, we have the Two of Wands and the Four of Wands. It's a celebration. There's a plan here. Okay, Four of Wands. And then, listen, there's the Knight of Pentacles. And here's the Queen of Cups. I knew it would come out. Here's that Knight of Pentacles. What was I talking about? Outlasting someone's mask. Change your perception of past hurts. Okay. So here, outlasting the mask. And then we have contemplation. You have to outlast the egoic mask that's trying to invade your thoughts. It's just a mask. That mask could be one of control, trying to control someone else's perspective. If you just take a break, you will outlast the mask, aka outlast a craving. It's like a craving, right? These worries and stuff that pop up out of nowhere. Sit back, contemplate, and outlast the mask, the ego's mask. So you're sitting there and you're like, hey, I'm going to go to the gym with shorts on. And then all of a sudden you're imminent danger. You got these thoughts coming up. Oh no, oh no. It's a mask that you had to wear because of childhood, dealing with difficult family dynamics. But we can outlast the mask. Okay, it's fiery. It comes in all hot. Rah! Like that. And then you just sit back and you're like chilling. You're chilling. You're outlasting it. Okay, 3 minutes. I'm going to let these thoughts come and I'm just going to sit here, take a nap. I need a break. I'm going to reset. Okay, I'm going to outlast this mask that's popping up. Okay. Oh, I can't go to the gym with shorts on. I know people are going to judge and they're going to look at me and they're going to be like, oh, look at, you know. That's a mask. It's the ego trying to keep you safe from imminent danger, but the danger is not even there. So you have to outlast the mask. Okay? All right. So this, and then you can plan and make decisions that are actually worth celebrating after the fact. You got to outlast the mask. Okay, take a step back, need a nap, chill. Because the next level, unable to meet that mask that you're wearing or that comes up the ego trying to get you to, you're growing out of it. The success, it's unable to meet you at your level. You're already past that certain mask that you're wearing now. You can't wear it no more. Can't wear it to keep yourself comfortable no more. It's got to go. It has to go. You already passed it. That mask is no longer at your level. You're already up here and this mask is down here where it's comfortable and you're like, you got to dip down to grab that mask on. And you can't. It's just not suitable. Okay? I'm going to use the hairy legs and boyfriend scenario again. Okay? Say you got a freaking boy. Listen, I don't know why it's coming up. It's probably an easy example where you could put it in your brain. Okay? Say you're dating someone, all right? There you're already at your success. You're already at a success, okay? You're already dating somebody. But now you just want to go all natural, okay? So maybe this person that you're dating loves all natural. That's just an example, guys. So you're already at a level of success. The mask has to come off. So you're trying to... I saw something there. You're trying to wear that same mask of insecurity. I have to, because what if they don't like it? Meanwhile, they love it the whole time. So that mask has to come off. That insecurity of not shaving your legs has to come off. Okay? Because you're already at a level of success, and that mask, it has to come off because this person actually likes when it's all natural. So the mask of insecurity of not doing something has to come out, and you got to sit with the discomfort of making a different decision and doing transparency. See the tower, okay? So that's just an example. It's the easiest one I can give, okay? So these little masks, they got to go because it's not, see, it's a burden, right? Difficult family dynamics. So that's what's going on, you guys. You guys are getting rid of egoic masks. You're allowing, the death card. So you're allowing a transformation to happen, and you're allowing situations and people to make their own choices. Like you're giving a little bit more freedom to the universe when you're not sitting there in these old ways of being that's dictating your actions and stuff, right? So say you want to, like, I don't even know. Like, again, with you want to try something new with your partner or something, okay? But this insecurity of the mask keeps you from doing something that you guys probably would really enjoy. And then say that action of not doing something ends up making something dull, and you don't end up doing it, and the mask ends up taking away some sort of unable to meet you at your level. Then you're forced back down to that level. You feel me? Are you getting what I'm saying? So the mask gotta go. The mask gotta go. But you just have to outlast the ego's mask. Okay? So, Tower. Alright? That's the message, pretty much. Fuck me. Anyways, if that resonated with you guys, hit up that like button. Also, don't forget, subscribe to the motherfucking Vibe Tribe. And I'll see you guys down below in the comment section. Bye for now.